Hello guys, today I got another deck profile today. Today I'll be showcasing my Jurrac deck. Jurracs are one of my other favorite dinosaur archetypes. Yeah, they're a synchro-based offensive kind of archetype. Where you pretty much just like try to like overpower your opponent, something like that. But yeah, they're a very interesting archetype. I love them. So yeah, let's get started. All right. So first off, I run 3 Jurrac your main level 1 tuner. So basically with him, you contribute to him, select one level 4 or lower Jurrac in your graveyard, accept himself, and special summon it. So yeah, pretty good. Just to get like recycling. Sadly, I wish it wasn't like you had to tribute them off, because then you could have go into like a synchro play or something after that. But well, that's just how it is. So yeah, he's a pretty good tuner for the deck, and I run him at 3. I might later drop him down a bit. I'm not so sure yet, but yeah, for now I just have him at 3. Next, I got a level 2 tuner, Jurrac. Basically with him, when he's destroyed by battle into the graveyard, destroy the monster, destroy this card, but your opponent can discard a card to negate it. So that's kind of just like makes this kind of effect useless, so and really situational. But I mostly use him just to go into like another synchro play as as my level 2 tuner. So I don't really use him for the effect. I mostly use him for like like a level 6 play or something like that. Next, I got 1 Jurrac. Basically with him, if he is destroyed by battle, special summon 2 Jurrac tokens. They're both level 1 and in defense position, and these tokens cannot be attributed for a tribute summon unless it's for a Jurrac monster. Now this is obviously for the Jurrac Titano, but I do not have him in this deck. He is like, it's a little bit too slow to summon him. But I do use him for like, if he does get destroyed, I can use the Tugers for like, a synchro play. And also, if my back is against the wall and I need some defense, he's there. So, yeah. Next, Jurrac Dino, 2 of them, the main level 3 tuner of the deck. Pretty good card. When he destroys a when he destroys a monster by battle, you can tribute 1 Jurrac monster. He can also tribute himself, and then to draw 2 cards. So kind of draw power. I never really use it because I don't like the fact that I have to neg myself a bit to actually draw the 2 cards, but I might do it like maybe once or twice, just in case of the situation. It just depends on the situation in my book on if you want to use this effect or not. I personally don't like it, but that's just me. But other than that, he's a great level 3 tuner for the main level 7 synchro of the deck. So, yep. Next, pretty much one of the main cards of the deck. 3 Jurrac, the main beater of the deck to help special summon and search. With him, when he destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon 1 Jurrac monster with 1700 or less attack from your deck, but it cannot declare an attack this turn. This guy is amazing. I can like go into Dino with him. I can go into another Guayaba, or I can go into Velo to help for a rank 4 play. So there's a lot of good like synergy with him in the deck, and he's kind of just like a better Hydrogeddon. So yeah, he's really good, and you should always run him at 3 in this deck. Next, 2 Jurrac Velo. I pondered on running the 3. I tried it a bit. I didn't really like it because he kind of just felt clunky at 3, so I dropped him to 2. Just for the sheer fact of he gets his effect if he's destroyed by battle in the attack position. To special summon a Jurrac monster with 17 or less attack from the deck. But other than that, he's still good. I like him at 2 because then he's not that clunky. But I usually go into him like if I'm going first, I usually just normal summon him, and if my opponent like attacks him, I get a plus off that. I can go into like Guayaba or something like that afterwards. So he's kind of situational, but he's good like when in your opening hand, and if you're going first. Next, one of the new cards that came out, Raging Tempest. 3 Miscellaneousaurus. I love this card. It just adds so much to the deck, I feel. It adds protection, because basically with him, during either player's main phase, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. During this main phase, dinosaur-type monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects, and you can banish any number of dinosaur-type monsters, including himself, special summon one dinosaur-type monster from your deck with the level equal to the number of monsters banished to activate this effect, but destroy it during the end phase. It's so good. It adds protection to your dinosaurs, so you don't have to worry about, like, you know, hand traps or like bottomless or anything like that if you're going to a synchro play. It just adds so much to the deck. And then, like, it adds like that comeback ability when you banish him and for others to get another thing on the field for a rank 4 or a synchro play. I teched in, the next card is a card I teched in, was Tyreme Affinity. Because of the sheer fact of Miscellaneousaurus being able to banish dinosaurs, you can just special summon him. He's up to 4k on the bat, which is pretty good, but if you're going in for an OTK, or just to get over something. And then after that, you can go, if you have another dinosaur in the field, you can go synchro him off, or get him into use him as Meteor for XZs. So there's a lot of utility for him in there. It just sucks when you have to it sucks when you draw into him, though. So you can't really use Miscellaneousaurus effect to, like, you know, special summon from the deck, but you could use it to bring something out, then normal summon Affinity. Just kind of repeat the process from there. And the last monster of the deck, another card I teched in, Super Ancient Dino Beast. With him, you contribute this card. Summon this card in face-up attack position by tributing one dinosaur-type monster, and so you only need to use one they're all dinosaurs anyway, so pretty much he fits right in. And when a dinosaur-type monster is special summoned from the graveyard, you can draw a card. So that's pretty good with the Aolo, and I got some other cards in here to, like, help complement that effect. So it just adds a little bit of consistency too. So that's so yeah, he just pretty much fits right perfectly into the deck. Now on to spells. 3 Fossil Dig, it's pretty standard, main searcher for dinosaurs, so yeah, pretty much kind of like their Rhoda, so pretty standard, not much to say about the Fossil Dig there. Next, 1 Pod Duality. I want to bump this up to 2, I really do. I think hit at 2 would be good for the deck. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. But other than that, it's great for consistency. The only downside is you can't special summon during the turn you activate this card. So it's kind of like again, kind of situation, but it doesn't really slow me down that much because, like, I'm mostly going to be normal summoning a few times before I special summon, it feels like, with the deck. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty good at where it is right now, but I want to put it up at 2 to do the sheer fact I want more consistency in the deck. Next, 1 Terraforming in order to search out the Molten Destruction. This and this, I will be putting this up to 3, and I'll be switching this out for Lost World when that new structure deck hits, because the new structure deck comes out with a new field spell, which basically adds more protection to the deck and just adds so much to it too. And so obviously I'll be putting this up to 3 and replacing this with Lost World 3 of it because it's just so goddamn good. But yeah, next, 1 Soul Charge, nothing really to say about that. 1 Dark Hole for just field nukes. Lightning Vortex, I gotta switch this out for Regeki when I get it. 1 MST, I might bump it up to 2, maybe leave it as it is. So I'm kind of on the fence, but I might bump it to 2. Book of Moon to help Jurrac Waiba and other Jurracs to run over shit. And then traps, 3 Survival of the Fittest. Pretty much you need this to help complement Gwaiba and other one of your dinosaurs. Oh yeah, and sorry about the glare, you guys. Sorry about that. I can see the glare on here, but sorry about that. But anyway, back on topic. Survival of the Fittest, basically, you can target a dinosaur type you control, equip this card to the target, it gains 1,000 attack, and when it destroys opponent's when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sent to the graveyard, the equipped monster can make a second attack on the opponent's monster in a row. So basically, Guaiba's on the field, you could get 2 searches or 2 specials off of that. Like, just if you have, like, if he's up to 2,700, run over 2 monsters if they have 2, and just get 2 special summons off the bat, and that just adds that's like really good in the deck. Next, 2 Mirror Force. I might be dropping this for a Quaking or a Storming. I don't know. I like it at 2 though. I might be just dropping it down though, replacing it with Quaking or Storming though. I'm not sure yet, but I like it at 2 right now. And next, 2 Call of Haunted to complement with Super Ancient Diabetes effect, and also just recycle Jurracs for Synchro plays and Xyz plays. So yeah, pretty standard in the deck. You need it pretty much to help recycle stuff. I did try though Fossil Excavation. It's a kind of like their own kind of version of Call of the Haunted, but I didn't really like it because it negates the effect, and you have to discard a card in order to do it, in order to bring back something. So Call of the Haunted is just way better in my opinion. Next, 1 Compulse, because Compulse pretty much it's limited. Bottomless, nothing really to say about that. Divine Wrath, I might switch this up. I'm going to switch this out for Psalm Strike whenever I get it. But for now, it's just good to get rid of negating effects. Blackhorn to get rid of special summonings from the extra deck. Torrential Tribute to nuke the field if the board's not like how I like it. If the opponent's getting too much or something like that. King Synchro, kind of a tech card, another tech card in the deck I'm trying out. Basically with this, it came out in Invasion of Vengeance. When your opponent monster declares an attack on a Synchro monster you control, negate the attack, and then you can apply the rest of this card's effect. Banish that Synchro monster you control and 1 tuner from your graveyard, and if you do special summon from your deck 1 second Synchro monster whose level equals the total levels the banished monster had, this special summon is treated as a Synchro summon. Now this is I use just for 1 card, to help get out 1 card. I feel like right now, and I'll show it to you a little bit later. But it's a good tech card. It's actually I haven't really been able to use it consistently yet, but it's actually pretty interesting when you can pull it off, in my opinion. And last card in the main deck, 1 Jurrac Impact. Not kind of just like when you just have a desert type monster with 2,500 or more attack, destroy all cards in the field. So just if the opponent has too much, just clean slate after that. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. On to the extra deck. 2 Jurrac Yugioh. This is the main level 7 Synchro in the deck. Basically with him, all face-up Jurrac monsters, including himself, gain 200 attack for each Jurrac monster in the graveyard. So this is good just for the whole offensive, style of the deck. If you have so many Jurracs in the graveyard and you use so many for Synchro plays, or just if you detach so many from Xyz, you basically just this guy just keeps just powering up himself and other Jurracs as they come in. So this, if you have Yugioh when this guy's up to who knows how much, your opponent's gonna be hurting. And this guy, I think I one time got him up to over 5,000 before. It was nuts, or 4,000. I can't remember, but it was nuts when I got him up to that high. Next, level 5, Jurrac Velveto. I don't really go into him much, but when I do, it's just basically for if I'm facing a flip effect deck, kind of like Subterrors or something like that. But Subterrors aren't really relevant right now. But I have him in here just because to help level up, like that. Basically with him, he becomes the original attack and defense as a total attack of the Meteors he was used. So if you used Aeolo and Guaiba, he would become 1900 attack and 1900 defense. And if he destroys a face-down monster, if he attacks a face-down monster, he just destroys it. So just no flip effects in general. So my friend Evan with his wolf would not get his effect off. So yeah, and then the last Jurrac Synchro I have is Jurrac Meteor, pretty much the nuts boss monster of the deck that you can almost never get out. This is the Synchro that I usually sometimes go into with King Synchro. I'm not sure if I can do that. I'm not sure. I'm still wondering on that ruling. If you guys could tell me in the comment section below if I could actually if you can actually summon him off of that, that'd be much appreciated, because I sometimes don't understand the ruling on that. So But yeah, if you guys could leave down in the comment section below about that, that'd be much appreciated, so I would know that. But anyway, with him, back on topic with Jurrac Meteor. When you Synchro Summon, destroy all cards on the field, then you can special summon one tuner monster from your graveyard. So he's basically a better Black Rose, if that makes sense. So, like, as opposed to Black Rose, which gets rid of everything, and you get nothing back. Him, at least, you get back a tuner. So that's actually pretty nice. So he actually pays for himself in a way, and that is actually really nice. And this is a mandatory effect unless they break through skill him for any reason. But even if they do that, he's still 2,800 beaters, so it's kind of a win-win if that happens. Next, on to other synchros. Coral Dragon, one of my level 6s. Basically with him, he's a synchro tuner as well, so he can go into other stuff. Once per turn, you discard one card, then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. If this synchro summon card is set for the field of the graveyard, you can draw a card, and then you can only use effective Coral Dragon once per turn. So just pretty good. Just a solid level 6. I will be probably adding a level 6 in here. I'm shooting this right after the ban list came out, and Brionac is now limited, so I might be adding Brionac, and I know you got Rotted and stuff like that, but Brionac I feel would just fit in this deck a little bit too. But that's my opinion. Next, Lavalval Dragon. I'm thinking of, yeah, like I said, I'll probably just like switch him out for Brionac. Honestly, given the fact he's limited now, and just because of that reason, and Brionac's way much better and it would fit much more than him because he's more for Lavals and stuff like that. Next, level 7, another level 7 Ancient Fairy Dragon, just to help like special summon level 4 lures from my hand, stuff like that. And he has that small little snippet with you can destroy a field spell to gain 1,000 life points, but I don't really use that much. Next, Black Rose package, the Moonlight and the regular Black Rose. I mostly go into this Black Rose more because of the sheer fact it's a little bit better than this one, I feel. That's just my opinion. And then next, Start a Spark to help protect stuff. And that's all I really need to say about him. Now onto the XZs. 2 Evol Zardoka, pretty standard there. He fits in any dinosaur deck, I feel. And he's like negates effects and stuff like that. 1 Logia, I will be bumping this up to 2 probably. With him, it's kind of like Solemn Judgment. Then Cargorgon, the redirect effects. And lastly, I might be taking this one out, pretty sure, for the 2nd Logia, but for now I have it in here, Gemini Pearl. So yeah, that's my deck, my Jurrac deck. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I can't wait for the new dinosaur stuff that Konami's coming out with this new structure deck soon. I'm going to be buying a lot of that to help with this deck. But anyway, and I will be updating once that happens, updating this deck and other dinosaur decks I have. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a nice day.